relax slide.
It's going.
Just making sure.
It's going.
Oh, alright. So picture yourself just totally relaxed. You got a nice little drink, you got some nice little crackers or something, and you're nice, you're happy. So, now this is a place where it might not be your home, but you feel really comfortable in. This is what hotels have tried to do for many years, though it's kind of been a rough process to get to where they are now, and I think that if you sit down and take the time, it's really beautiful how the hotels have evolved, but to understand this, you need to understand how they have evolved. So first, the first hotel, or the first hotels were built on very traveled paths, very traveled pathways. Well, the very first that we know of were on the very traveled pathways. And then that evolved into being on the coastline for sailors. And then that happened. So they were harboring sailors, and it wouldn't be a house with many people in it. It'd be one house with people. Hold on. Am I doing something wrong?
No.
Oh, he gave me a face. Okay. So,
You were looking at him, buddy.
yeah. So they started out, and then they moved out of the coastline, and it wouldn't be just a big house with everybody in it as it is today. It would be a one house with one extra bedroom, and you'd have a table, usually a table, and one bed, and that's all you got. And you ate what they made you, or you didn't eat at all. And if you went outside past a certain time, and they told you that we shut the door at this time, and they shut it, couldn't come back in, because it'd just be shut. They were kind of strict, and like, here you go. And then they went to railways, and then they went to roads, and then other inventions helped them keep going. As you see, they've been around for thousands of years. Doing something wrong. Okay.
Brandon, don't even listen to him. Just don't even look at him. Look at us.
So most of them were in wooded areas, other than the ones that were on the coast. So then they came in. They went from the coastline, and they came in, and then they evolved to these ones, and they always had a barn. Every single one had a barn, even these ones, because when you're traveling, you wouldn't have a car. You'd have a horse. So the horse would be put in the barn, and they'd usually tend to the horse and feed it and stuff. So you'd have that taken care of. Your lodging would be taken care of. So there's many different things that have helped the hotel evolve. The hotel, or the telephone. The telephone has made it so instead of a hotel being just needed for staying on a traveled path, this has caused like fierce competition, because instead of having, like, you're just traveling down a road and you have one hotel to stay at, now that the telephone, it gave you a wider range. Like, if you heard about it, well, yeah, fine. So nervous. Okay.
Pretty good.
So, okay.
Keep going.
Okay, sorry. Just give me looks. Okay. So then that gave fierce competition throughout the country, because now you had a directory of the places you could go, and people made it more to go to a hotel instead of just go on a trip. And then the room service, like I said, they would only get certain food, and sometimes it was really bad, so they wouldn't be able to eat it as well, and they wouldn't like bring it in all the time. It was a set time, and you get to eat it, and it was usually gross food from what I heard. And then the car, easily, so they didn't have to have the horse barns anymore, so they could spend more money in the hotel and make it nicer and add different things like internet and maids.
Consuelo.
And then they added many different things, like the hotel pool or the water park. As you can see, are ginormous, because that's a main attraction. It's going to bring a lot of people in, and that's kind of derived from the normal hotel. The normal hotel was just a place to stay when you needed someplace to stay, and now they're kind of been made into places you can just go to have fun. So it's changed. All right.
Awesome.
Now we're going to talk about different types of evolving of the hotel. A lot of them has to do with the location. Like, you can't have an underwater hotel above the water. Like, it's just different things, like a certain place and a certain time make it perfect. Like the underwater hotel, which is completely underwater, and it's like different capsules, like it's a thing above the water, go down in an elevator, and then it's just all underwater. It's very nice. And then there's just the castles. Yeah. And then there's private islands, and you can buy the island, or not buy the island, you can rent the whole island, and it's usually by how good the reputation of the landowner or the cab owner, and these are all individual, so it doesn't have to be one big part like this one, which is snow-capped. It's all ice. Everything in there is ice. All the rooms are ice, the glasses are ice, whole thing's ice, and it's warm in there. It's pretty cool. But there's also downsides to the hotel thing. There was many stories of people going in and there's like blood on their floor, or their food had hairs in it, which isn't that bad.
That's awesome.
But like people, they've had dead rodents. They've had all kinds of stuff.
That's the best.
But that's not the main part. What I'm trying to get across is the evolution of hotels is something that is widely overlooked, and it is great. It is very good.
It is very good. Really good.